Hello, English learners. Welcome to another great lesson with English Pod. My name is Marco.
And I'm Erica.
So, Erica, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty well. And I think we've got a good lesson today, a really helpful lesson.
What are we talking about today?
We have an elementary lesson about making an appointment.
All right, making an appointment. Yeah, that's really helpful. I guess you have to make appointments for the doctor or...
At work, maybe? Or with your friends. Yeah. So this is language that you can use every day to make appointments.
Great. Well, so why don't we take a look at our vocabulary preview?
Vocabulary preview.
We only have one word today, which you need to know to understand this dialogue, and it is financial advisor.
Financial advisor.
Financial advisor.
So, what is a financial advisor?
A financial advisor is a person who gives suggestions or recommendations about investing money. Someone who wants you to put money in the stock market.
Okay, great. I guess we're ready now to listen to our dialogue for the first time. And as always, it's going to be at a normal speed, but you don't have to worry about it because...
we'll come back and teach you all the important words.
Hello, Fairbrook Consulting. How may I help you?
Yes, this is Julianne Horton, and I'm calling to arrange an appointment with Miss McNeely.
Certainly. What day were you thinking of?
How's Thursday? Does she have any time available then?
Let me double check. Unfortunately, she's booked solid on Thursday. How does next Monday work for you?
Actually, I've got something scheduled on Monday. Can she do Tuesday?
Sure, Tuesday's perfect. May I ask where you're calling from?
Sure, Merton Financial Advisors.
Oh. Actually, Tuesday's no good. Sorry about that.
Well, I guess Ms. McNeely does not want to speak to any financial advisors.
Yeah, I guess she doesn't really want to invest in the stock market, huh?
Or maybe she just gets too many phone calls from them.
Yeah. If you have money, I guess you'll get phone calls from people like that.
I guess we don't have that problem, hey?
No, we don't. Okay, let's start with our language takeaway for today.
Language takeaway.
So 4 words today. The first one is available.
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 Meaning?
That you are not busy.
That you're free.
You're free. You're not busy.
Exactly. Let's move to our next word. Double check.
Double check.
Double check.
Double check.
I think we've got some examples of this phrase.
Example 1.
Do you have the tickets?
I think so, but let me just double check.
Example 2.
I thought I sent that email already, but let me double check.
Okay, so double check basically means to check something twice.
Exactly, to check it again.
Check it again. Okay. Our third word for language takeaway today is scheduled.
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 Scheduled. So when you have something scheduled, it means that you have something
planned,
right?
Yeah, or booked at that time.
Booked at that time.
Yeah, we've got a lunch scheduled this afternoon, don't we?
Yes, we do.
All right.
A great lunch. Looking forward to it. And our last word for today is booked solid.
Booked solid.
Booked solid.
B-O-O-K-E-D. Booked solid.
So we have some great examples on how you can use this great phrase, booked solid, and you can understand what it means.
Example 1.
I can't get a hotel room. They're booked solid until after the new year.
Example 2.
I'm sorry, there are no seats available on these flights. We booked solid over the Christmas holidays.
Example 3.
Sorry, I can't meet with you today. I'm booked solid.
Okay, great. So booked solid basically is?
You have no free time, no available time.
Right.
So you've got appointments scheduled all day.
All day. Great. So with this in mind, now we can listen to our dialogue a second time. This time it's going to be slow so we can
Understand a little bit better.
Hello, dear listeners, and welcome to our English Learning Podcast. My name is Liana, and I'm so happy to have you with us today.
And I'm Luca. We're here to make your English learning journey fun, easy, and full of real-life conversations. Today's topic is one of the most useful things you can learn: how to make an appointment in English.
Yes, this topic sounds simple, but it's something we all do often: calling a doctor, meeting a teacher, or setting up a business meeting. And believe me, using the right words can make a big difference in how polite and confident you sound.
Exactly. Making an appointment is more than just saying a time. It's about how you ask, how you respond, and how you confirm politely. That's what we'll explore today with lots of natural phrases and examples.
So, let's start with a question, Luca. Curious, when someone calls a doctor's office and says, "I need to see the doctor," is that polite enough?
Not really. It's direct, but not polite. A better way is, "I'd like to make an appointment to see the doctor, please." The phrase, "I'd like to," is one of the most polite and useful structures in English.
That's a beautiful example. "I'd like to" is short for "I would like to," and it sounds soft and polite. It's much better than saying "I want to," which can sound a little strong.
Exactly. And when the person on the phone asks, "When would you like to come in?" you can answer, "I'm available on Tuesday morning," or "Is Thursday afternoon okay?" The words available and okay are simple, but they make your answer sound natural.
I love that. And if the time doesn't work for you, you can say, "That time doesn't work for me," or "I'm afraid I'm busy then." The phrase "I'm afraid" is another polite way to say no. It's not about fear, it just softens your tone.
Yes, "I'm afraid" is such a great phrase. For example, "I'm afraid Monday doesn't work for me, but Tuesday would be perfect." It keeps the conversation positive and friendly.
And here's another useful one: "Let me check my schedule." You can say this when you need a second to think or look at your calendar. It shows that you're being thoughtful and organized.
I use that all the time. "Let me check my schedule" is so natural. You can even say, "I'll double check my calendar and get back to you." The phrase double check means to look again just to be sure.
Yes, and that phrase, "get back to you," is also really common. It means I'll contact you later with an answer. So if you're not sure about the time, you can say, "Let me check and I'll get back to you."
Beautifully explained, Liana. And when you agree on a time, you should always confirm it. You can say, "Okay, great. So we're meeting on Wednesday at 10 a.m., right?" Confirming helps avoid mistakes.
Exactly. And if you're making an appointment for someone else, maybe for a friend or a family member, you can say, "I'd like to book an appointment for my sister," or "I'm calling on behalf of my colleague."
Yes, "on behalf of" means you're speaking for another person. It's very useful for work situations, like, "I'm calling on behalf of Mr. Anderson." It sounds polite and professional.
Perfect example, Luca. You know, tone is really important in these kinds of conversations. The same sentence can sound rude or kind depending on your voice.
Absolutely. For example, "I need an appointment" can sound demanding. But if you smile and say gently, "I'd like to make an appointment, please," it sounds friendly. The words are simple, but the feeling is different.
I love that. The feeling is different. Language isn't only grammar, it's emotion, rhythm, and respect. That's what we want our listeners to feel, that English can be both polite and warm.
Beautifully said, Liana. So, let's share some everyday examples of appointment conversations. I'll play the role of the customer, and you be the receptionist, okay?
Sure, let's do it.
"Good morning. I'd like to make an appointment to see the dentist, please."
Of course. What day and time would be convenient for you?
"Is Thursday morning available?"
Let me check. Yes, we have an opening at 9:30.
Perfect. I'll take it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. We'll see you Thursday at 9:30.
And that's it. Simple, polite, and clear. Listeners, this small exchange is exactly how native speakers make appointments every day.
Yes, and notice how the phrases repeat. I'd like to, what day works best, let me check. That's perfect. These are short but powerful tools for communication.
Exactly. And you can use them in other situations too, not just for doctors or meetings. For example, I'd like to make an appointment for a haircut. Or, can I schedule a time to talk with you?
Yes, you can even use it when you want to meet a friend but sound polite. Hey, let's set a time to catch up. Catch up means to talk after not seeing each other for a while.
That's a great phrase, catch up. It's friendly and natural. It's been a while, let's catch up soon. Listeners, remember that learning these small expressions makes your English sound real, not robotic.
That's so true. And if you ever forget a word during the conversation, don't panic. You can say, sorry, what's the word for? Or let me think for a second. It's totally okay. Native speakers do that too.
Yes, everyone forgets sometimes. The important thing is to keep speaking. Let me check my notes, or give me a second. These little pauses make your speech sound natural.
Exactly. And let's not forget cultural politeness. In English-speaking countries, people value being on time for appointments. Being late is considered disrespectful unless you let them know in advance.
Yes, that's very important. If you're running late, you can call or text and say, I'm so sorry, I'm running a few minutes late. The phrase running late is a polite way to say you'll arrive soon.
That's one of my favorite English expressions. Running late sounds much kinder than I'm late. It shows you care about the other person's time.
Exactly. And if you need to cancel, you can say, I'm sorry, I need to cancel my appointment. Or even better, I'd like to reschedule, please. Reschedule means to change the time or date.
That's right. And if you want to make it extra polite, you can say, would it be possible to reschedule my appointment? That phrase sounds professional and kind, perfect for work situations.
Yes. So, I'd like to make an appointment starts the conversation, and would it be possible to reschedule keeps it polite even when plans change.
Luca, I think our listeners are starting to feel more confident already. This topic isn't just about speaking. It's about being polite and organized in English.
Exactly. And that's what communication is really about. Clarity, respect, and connection. Every time you use these phrases, you sound more fluent and friendly.
Beautifully said, Liana. And remember, listeners, practice makes confidence. Try these phrases aloud, record your voice, and listen again. Each time you practice, your English will sound smoother.
Yes, and don't worry if it feels strange at first. Learning English is like learning to dance. You just need to keep moving with rhythm and heart.
Oh, I love that, Luca. Learning English like a dance. Step by step, phrase by phrase, you find your flow.
Exactly, Liana. And once you feel comfortable with simple phrases like, I'd like to make an appointment, or does Thursday work for you, you can build more complex ones.
Perfect examples. And for personal life, you could say, let's set a time for coffee, or let's plan a lunch together. Set a time and plan are simple and friendly. I think we've covered some great ground today. Our listeners are ready to make, change, and confirm appointments like professionals.
Definitely. The next time they call a doctor, a teacher, or even a friend, they'll sound confident, polite, and fluent.
Exactly what we want for them. So keep these key phrases in your notebook. I'd like to make an appointment. Does that time work for you? Let me check my schedule. I'm afraid I'm busy then. And would it be possible to reschedule?
Perfect summary, Liana. These are small phrases with big power. And when you use them with kindness, your English will shine naturally.
Exactly, Luca. And that's what good communication really means. Not just speaking English, but speaking it beautifully.
Liana, one thing that always surprises me is how different cultures handle appointments. In some countries, being 10 minutes late is normal, but in others, even 2 minutes feels disrespectful.
That's true, Luca. In English-speaking countries like the US or the UK, being on time shows respect for the other person's time. So when you make an appointment, it's not just about language, it's about culture too.
Exactly. And if you think you'll be late, you should always let the person know. I'm so sorry, I might be 5 minutes late, or I'm running a little behind. These small sentences show courtesy and care.
I love that phrase, I'm running a little behind. It sounds softer and kinder than I'm late. It keeps the conversation polite and positive.
Yes, and you can use running behind in many situations. Sorry, I'm running a little behind schedule, but I'll be there soon. The word schedule here means your plan or timetable.
Exactly. Schedule is one of the most important words to learn when talking about appointments. You can say, let's schedule a meeting, or my schedule is full this week.
Yes, I think everyone's schedule is full these days. That's why it's important to use polite and clear phrases when arranging times. What time would work best for you? Or do you have a free slot this afternoon?
I love that word, slot. A slot means a specific period of time. I have a free slot at 3 p.m. It's a very natural word to use when scheduling meetings.
Yes, it sounds friendly and professional at the same time. You can also say, let's find a time that fits both our schedules. It shows teamwork and consideration.
That's so true. Language isn't just about words, it's about relationships. The way you talk when setting an appointment shows if you're respectful, patient, or demanding.
Exactly. For example, I need to meet you tomorrow sounds like an order, but would tomorrow be convenient for you sounds polite and respectful.
That's such a good comparison. Would be convenient for you is a very polite way to suggest a time. Would Friday morning be convenient for you?
Yes, and if you're not sure, you can say, what day and time would be convenient for you? It's a nice way to give the other person flexibility.
I love that. Polite English is full of kindness, and kindness makes conversations smoother. Even simple words like please and thank you can completely change the tone.
Absolutely. For example, instead of saying, call me tomorrow, you can say, could you please call me tomorrow? It's the same idea, but much more polite.
Yes, and adding please makes you sound friendly, not bossy. The same goes for thank you. Thank you for your time, or thank you for your help. These phrases make people feel appreciated.
That's true. And after confirming an appointment, you can also say, I appreciate it. It's a short but warm way to express gratitude.
Yes, I appreciate it. Sounds sincere and mature. You can even say, I really appreciate your flexibility if someone changes their schedule for you.
Great example. Flexibility means being open to changes. In business English, this word is often used to compliment someone's understanding nature.
Yes, and that's such an important quality in communication, being flexible and kind. When you show that you're easy to work with, people enjoy dealing with you.
Exactly. And that's something English learners can easily show through polite language. I'm happy to adjust my time, or let's find what works best for both of us.
Those are wonderful phrases, and they're perfect for learners who want to sound confident but humble at the same time.
Exactly. Let's give our listeners a few sentence patterns they can memorize. I'd like to make an appointment with, or could we arrange a time too?
Yes, and also, when would be a good time for you? Or is there a time that works better? These are friendly ways to ask about someone's availability.
Perfect. And remember, pronunciation matters too. Words like schedule, appointment, and available can be tricky. The word schedule is pronounced schedule in American English, but schedule in British English.
Yes, that's true. Both are correct. It just depends on which style you prefer. And available is stressed on the second syllable. Available. Paying attention to stress makes your speech sound clearer.
That's a great pronunciation tip, Liana. When you emphasize the right syllables, people understand you more easily. English rhythm is like music. It flows better when you stress the right beats.
I love that. English is a language you can feel, not just speak. When you talk about appointments with calmness and clarity, it sounds professional and pleasant.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to repeat yourself for clarity. You can say, just to confirm, that's Monday at 2 p.m., correct? Repeating the time avoids confusion later.
Yes, confirmation is very important. It shows you're responsible and that you value the other person's time. And if something changes, you can say, I just wanted to double check our meeting time.
That's perfect. The phrase double check is used all the time. It means to check something again to be sure it's right. It's professional but friendly.
Exactly. And remember, your goal is not to speak fast, it's to speak clearly. Slow, polite English is powerful English.
That's true. Fluency is not speed, it's confidence and clarity. Could you repeat that, please? Is a perfect phrase if you miss something. It shows you're polite and want to understand.
That's a great reminder. Many learners feel shy about asking for repetition, but it's totally okay. Even native speakers do it all the time.
Yes, communication is teamwork. Both people work together to make sure the message is clear. That's what makes conversations comfortable.
I love that, Luca. So when learners make appointments, they should focus not just on words, but on connection. Every polite sentence builds trust and understanding.
Exactly. And that's what English is for, connecting people, not just translating words. When you speak with empathy, even a short conversation becomes meaningful.
So true, Luca. And I think that's a beautiful goal for every English learner, to make every word they speak full of kindness, respect, and confidence.
Perfectly said, Liana. That's how even a small thing like making an appointment becomes a lesson in both English and humanity.
Luca, sometimes learners tell me they feel nervous when they have to make an appointment over the phone. They say they forget words, speak too fast, or panic when they don't understand the other person.
Yes, I've heard that too. Talking on the phone can be stressful because you can't see the other person's face or body language. But with a few useful phrases and the right tone, it becomes much easier.
That's right. When you make a call, start politely and clearly. For example, "Good morning. My name is Liana, and I'd like to make an appointment, please." This simple structure works in almost every situation.
Exactly. It gives the listener all the information they need, who you are and what you want, right away. And remember to smile while you speak. Even though the person can't see you, they can hear your smile in your voice.
Yes, it's true. A smiling voice sounds friendly and confident. And when the receptionist asks, "What time would you like to come in?" you can use flexible phrases like, "Anytime after 2 p.m. works for me," or "Morning would be best if possible."
Great examples. Using phrases like "works for me" or "if possible" keeps your tone polite. Instead of demanding, you're offering options, which always sounds better.
Exactly. And if you don't understand something, you can say, "Sorry, could you please repeat that?" Or, "Could you say that more slowly, please?" These phrases show respect and confidence, not weakness.
That's a key point. Many learners are afraid to ask for repetition, but it's completely normal. Even native speakers say things like, "I'm sorry, I didn't catch that." The phrase "didn't catch that" is very natural and friendly.
Yes, and it's one of my favorites. It's informal but polite. "I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say it again, please?" This kind of polite repetition makes the conversation smooth and stress-free.
Exactly. Another common situation is when the receptionist gives you a time that doesn't fit your schedule. "We have an opening at 10 a.m. You can reply, "I'm afraid that time doesn't work for me. Do you have anything in the afternoon?"
Yes, "I'm afraid that time doesn't work for me" is so polite. It shows that you appreciate their help, even if you can't accept the time. You're not rejecting, you're kindly asking for another option.
Exactly. And if they offer another time, you can say, "That would be perfect," or "That works for me." Those short, positive responses sound natural and friendly.
I love those. "That works for me" is one of those phrases that fits almost any situation. It's simple, flexible, and sounds professional.
Yes, and if you need to confirm the details, use a clear sentence like, "So that's Friday at 3 p.m., right?" Confirming is very important. It shows that you're responsible and careful.
Definitely. And don't forget to thank the person before you end the call. "Thank you for your time," or "I appreciate your help." A polite ending leaves a good impression.
Yes, that's so true. In English culture, how you end a conversation is just as important as how you start it. You can close with "See you then," or "Have a great day." It adds warmth and positivity.
Yes, even small phrases like "have a great day" make a difference. It's a simple act of kindness that people remember.
Absolutely. And now, let's show our listeners a short example of a complete phone conversation for making an appointment.
Perfect. I'll be the receptionist and you can be the caller again.
Good afternoon. My name is Luca. I'd like to make an appointment for a haircut, please.
Sure. What day would you like to come in?
Is Friday morning available?
Let me see. Yes, we have an opening at 10 a.m.
That's great. Could you please book me for 10 a.m.?
Of course. May I have your phone number, please?
Yes, it's 555-492-7810.
Perfect. You're all set for Friday at 10 a.m. Thank you, Luca.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
And that's it. A short, polite, and realistic example. It's simple, but every line is useful.
Exactly. Each sentence in that dialogue can be used in real life. Just change the situation. For example, instead of a haircut, it could be a doctor's appointment, a job interview, or even a meeting with a friend.
Yes, because the structure is the same. Step 1, say hello and introduce yourself. Step 2, say what you want. Step 3, check time and availability. Step 4, confirm the appointment. Step 5, thank and close politely.
Exactly. Once you master that pattern, you can make any appointment in English confidently. It's like having a little formula for success.
That's a great way to put it, Luca. A polite formula that always works. And when you speak with calmness and warmth, even strangers enjoy talking to you.
Absolutely. You know, there's a saying, politeness costs nothing but buys everything. It means being kind with words brings respect, trust, and connection.
That's such a beautiful saying. And it fits perfectly here because making an appointment is really about building a small moment of trust with someone.
Exactly. Whether it's a doctor, a hairdresser, or a teacher, you're showing respect by being polite, clear, and organized. It's one of the best ways to show confidence in English.
Yes. Confidence doesn't mean speaking fast. It means calmly, politely, and with purpose. Every learner can do that with a little practice.
Exactly, Liana. So listeners, try this. The next time you make an appointment, smile, take a deep breath, and use one of these phrases. You'll sound natural and polite like a true English speaker.
I love that advice. A calm tone, a few kind words, and a confident smile. That's the secret to great communication.
Exactly. And soon, you'll notice that people respond more positively when you speak this way. That's the magic of good English. It opens doors and hearts at the same time.
Beautifully said, Luca. Language is not just about grammar, it's about connection. And making appointments is one of the best ways to practice real living English.
Liana, we've talked about how to make appointments politely, but there's another important skill: rescheduling or canceling an appointment. Sometimes plans change, and we need to move the meeting or cancel it respectfully.
That's a great point, Luca. Life doesn't always go as planned. Maybe your boss asks you to stay late, or you get stuck in traffic. In those moments, knowing how to cancel or reschedule politely is essential.
Exactly. So let's start with rescheduling. You can say, "I'm sorry, but I need to reschedule my appointment." Or, "Would it be possible to move my appointment to another time?"
Yes, and both are polite and professional. The word reschedule means to change the time or date. It's perfect for both personal and business situations.
And notice how polite phrases like, "Would it be possible?" or "I'm sorry, but" help soften the message. You're showing respect while asking for a change.
Exactly. You can also add a reason if you want. "I'm sorry, I need to reschedule my appointment because something urgent came up." The phrase "something urgent came up" is a natural way to say something unexpected happened.
Yes, it's polite and clear. Another phrase is, "I have a scheduling conflict." That means you already have another meeting or plan at the same time.
That's right. And when you cancel completely, you can say, "I'm sorry, I have to cancel my appointment." Or if you want to sound extra polite, say, "Unfortunately, I need to cancel my appointment for today."
Yes, that word, unfortunately, is very helpful. It shows regret, so your cancellation doesn't sound rude. "Unfortunately, I won't be able to come today."
That's perfect. And after canceling, it's nice to thank the person for their understanding.
thank you for your understanding, or I appreciate your flexibility.
Yes, these small words show professionalism and kindness. It's not just about what you say, it's about how you make the other person feel.
Exactly. Polite English is emotional intelligence in words. When you speak kindly, you leave a positive impression even when plans change.
That's beautifully said, Liana. And sometimes you need to confirm a new appointment after rescheduling. Just to confirm, my new appointment is Thursday at 4 p.m., right? Confirmation avoids confusion.
Yes, and it makes you sound reliable. You can also say, could you please send me a confirmation email? Or, I just want to make sure I have the correct time.
Those are perfect examples. Many learners forget this small step, but it's very common in English communication. Confirmation is a sign of responsibility.
Exactly. And if someone calls you to reschedule, you can respond kindly too. No problem, I completely understand. Or, that's okay, we can find another time.
Yes, that's true kindness. Being polite isn't only about speaking perfectly, it's about being understanding. When you respond warmly, people enjoy communicating with you.
I agree. And here's something interesting. Native speakers often use friendly expressions like no worries or that's fine when rescheduling. It makes the situation relaxed and positive.
Yes, no worries is a great one. It means it's okay or don't worry about it. No worries, we can meet another day. It sounds casual and kind.
It's funny, Luca. Sometimes learners worry too much about sounding perfect. But even small phrases like no problem or that's okay make their English sound friendly and natural.
Exactly. Inspiring connection isn't the goal. A calm voice, polite words, and a smile, that's what makes communication beautiful.
That's so true. And it's good to remember that politeness is not just for work, it's for everyday life too. Let's reschedule our lunch for tomorrow, or can we move our meeting to the afternoon?
Great examples. These small sentences show flexibility and care for the other person's time. You can even add, if that's okay with you, to sound even more polite.
Yes, if that's okay with you is such a sweet phrase. It shows respect and teamwork. Example, let's meet at 3 instead of 2 if that's okay with you.
Exactly. It's amazing how these small changes make your English sound warm and kind. They turn simple sentences into polite communication.
Yes, that's why learning real-life English like this helps you connect with people on a deeper level, not just to speak, but to communicate feelings.
Softly, yes. And remember, body language also matters during face-to-face appointments. A smile, eye contact, and a calm posture show confidence and respect.
Yes, that's so important. Sometimes your attitude speaks louder than your words. When you smile and look relaxed, people naturally trust you more.
So true. And if something unexpected happens, for example, you're late, you can say, I'm so sorry for being late. Thank you for waiting. It turns an awkward moment into a polite one.
Yes, apologizing politely shows maturity and care. Example, I apologize for the delay, or sorry for keeping you waiting. These are professional and kind at the same time.
Exactly. And you can add a little gratitude afterward. Thank you for your patience. This phrase makes the other person feel respected.
I love that one. Thank you for your patience. It's so powerful because it turns a mistake into appreciation.
Yes, and it shows emotional intelligence, a key skill in both English and life. You're not just speaking words, you're building understanding.
That's such a beautiful point. Listeners, remember that politeness, empathy, and calmness are your best friends when making or changing appointments.
Exactly. And as you practice, you'll start to notice something. English feels easier when you speak from the heart, not just from grammar rules.
I love that, Luca. When we speak with kindness and confidence, people listen, and that's true communication.
Perfectly said, Liana. And remember, listeners, rescheduling or canceling politely is not a failure. It's a sign of respect. It shows that you value the other person's time.
Absolutely. And that's something every English learner should be proud to master, the art of polite communication. Luca, I think one reason many learners struggle with appointments is that they're afraid of saying something wrong. They worry too much about grammar and forget that communication is about connection, not perfection.
Exactly, Liana. You don't need perfect grammar to sound polite. You just need the right attitude and a few good phrases. For instance, instead of worrying about, do I say I'd like to or I want to, you can simply use, could I make an appointment, please?
Yes, that sentence is perfect because it's short, polite, and easy to understand. The word could makes it sound soft and respectful, while please adds warmth.
Exactly. And that's something learners should remember. In English, small words like please, thank you, sorry, and excuse me carry a lot of power.
That's so true. They're like magic words that open doors. When you use them naturally, people immediately feel more comfortable talking with you.
Yes, and even if you make small grammar mistakes, people will still appreciate your kindness and effort. A friendly tone is stronger than perfect grammar.
That's such an important message. Many learners freeze when they forget a word, but they can always rephrase. If you forget how to say appointment, you can say meeting or time to meet.
Yes, that's a smart strategy. English is flexible. You can always find another way to express yourself. Can I see the doctor tomorrow? Instead of, can I make an appointment with the doctor tomorrow?
Exactly. The idea is to keep the conversation moving forward. English is not about saying everything perfectly. It's about keeping the connection alive.
I love that. And if you're not sure about pronunciation, don't worry. Just say it slowly and clearly. Most people will understand you, and if not, they'll politely ask you to repeat.
That's right. Could you please repeat that? Or how do you spell that? Are phrases that show confidence and curiosity. They make you sound thoughtful, not unsure.
Exactly. And sometimes repeating the key word can help both sides understand. Friday at 10? Or you said 2 p.m., right? It's simple and effective.
That's such a useful tip. In English, people often repeat information to confirm it. Just to confirm, it's Friday morning. This habit keeps communication clear and professional.
Absolutely. And that's something English learners can easily practice in daily life. Confirming details politely. It's one of the best habits you can develop.
Yes, and it also helps you sound more fluent. Politeness plus clarity equals confidence.
I like that formula. Let's talk about a few other phrases learners can use when scheduling appointments. Are you available tomorrow afternoon? Or does Monday work for you?
Those are great. Does work for you is such a natural question. Does Thursday morning work for you? It sounds friendly and flexible.
Yes, it's very common. And if someone asks you, does 3 p.m. work for you? You can answer, yes, that works perfectly. Or, actually, 4 p.m. would be better.
Exactly. Would be better is a polite way to suggest another time. Morning would be better for me. It's soft and respectful, not too direct.
Yes. And here's another polite expression. I'm flexible. I'm flexible on Friday means you're open to different times. It's very useful in both personal and professional English.
That's a great one. And when someone offers you a time, you can say, that's perfect, that suits me, or that's fine. Each one sounds natural and positive.
Yes, those short phrases make you sound friendly and confident. And when you want to cancel politely, just say, I'm afraid I need to cancel, or unfortunately, I can't make it.
Yes, and you can add a thank you at the end. Thank you for understanding. That one line can turn a difficult message into a kind one.
Exactly. Kindness is always the best tone. It makes communication smooth and enjoyable.
So true. And if you ever make a mistake during the conversation, just smile and say, sorry, I meant, and correct yourself. Native speakers do it all the time.
Yes, everyone makes mistakes, even teachers and hosts like us. The secret is to stay relaxed and positive.
Exactly. When you're calm and smiling, your English automatically sounds better. Your energy matters as much as your words.
Yes, that's why practicing with emotion is so important. When you say something like, I'm looking forward to it, say it with real excitement. I'm really looking forward to our meeting.
I love that phrase. I'm really looking forward to means you're happy about something that will happen. I'm really looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. It's polite, natural, and full of positivity.
Yes, and you can use it in almost every appointment situation, work, study, or friendship. It shows enthusiasm and confidence.
Definitely. English learners should practice not just the words, but the feeling behind them. When you speak with sincerity, people can feel it.
That's so true. Even phrases like "that's fine" can sound friendly or cold, depending on your tone. So always speak with warmth. It makes people trust you.
Yes, tone and emotion are like color in your voice. Without them, even perfect grammar sounds lifeless.
Beautifully said, Liana. When you combine good words, polite expressions, and a kind tone, that's when you sound fluent and confident.
Yes, and that's what every English learner wants, to speak naturally, not like a textbook. And this topic of making appointments is the perfect way to practice that balance.
Exactly. You're practicing real-life English that you can use anywhere, at work, in a hospital, or even with friends.
Yes, it's about building real conversations that make you feel proud of your English, because when you speak politely and confidently, you show your best self.
That's so true, Liana. Every polite sentence is a reflection of who you are, respectful, thoughtful, and positive.
That's so true. So to all our listeners, practice these phrases with emotion. Don't just say them, feel them. That's the secret to sounding natural and confident in English.
Perfect advice, Liana. And remember, learning polite English isn't just about speaking better, it's about connecting better. It's about building trust and kindness through every word.
Liana, you know what's interesting? Making an appointment might sound like a small thing, but it actually teaches us so much about how people communicate. Time, culture, and respect all come together in one short conversation.
That's so true, Luca. When you make an appointment, you're not just fixing a date or time. You're showing how you value someone else's time. In English-speaking cultures, being organized and punctual is a big part of respect.
Exactly. For example, if your meeting is at 3 p.m., you're expected to be there a few minutes early. Saying, "Sorry, I'm late," too often can make you sound careless, even if your English is perfect.
That's a very important point. Punctuality isn't just about being on time. It's about showing reliability. When you arrive on time, people feel that you care. "Thank you for being on time" is a phrase you'll hear often in business or professional settings.
Exactly. For example, if your meeting is at 3 p.m., you're expected to be there a few minutes early. Saying, "Sorry, I'm late," too often can make you sound careless, even if your English is perfect.
That's a very important point. Punctuality isn't just about being on time. It's about showing reliability. When you arrive on time, people feel that you care. "Thank you for being on time" is a phrase you'll hear often in business or professional settings.
Yes, and if you ever are running late, a simple call or message makes a big difference. "I'm sorry, I'll be 10 minutes late, but I'm on my way." It shows responsibility and respect for the other person's schedule.
Exactly. It's the small gestures that count. You don't need fancy words, just honesty and kindness. "Thank you for waiting," or "I appreciate your patience," can completely change someone's mood.
That's so true. And these short, polite sentences are what I call emotional vocabulary. They make your English not only correct, but also human.
I love that phrase, emotional vocabulary, because language is really about feelings. When you speak politely, you create warmth between you and the listener.
Yes, and it's interesting that many English learners forget to use tone. They might say, "What time?" in a flat voice. But if you say, "What time would work for you?" it sounds gentle and respectful.
That's so true. Tone changes everything. Even the same sentence can sound rude or kind depending on how you say it. Try saying, "I need to see you" versus "I'd like to see you." The second one sounds so much softer.
That's such a great example. The phrase "I'd like to" is one of the most polite ways to express what you want. "I'd like to make an appointment," or "I'd like to meet you on Tuesday."
Yes, it's friendly and professional. Learners can remember this pattern easily. "I'd like to" plus verb. I'd like to confirm my appointment, I'd like to change the time, or I'd like to cancel, please.
Exactly. It's simple, flexible, and natural. And you can add please at the end of any sentence to make it sound even kinder. Could you send me the details, please?
Yes, and notice how could makes it polite. Could you instead of can you? It's one of those small grammar tips that makes a big difference.
Certainly. Could you and would you mind are two very polite ways to ask for something. Would you mind confirming my appointment? It sounds elegant and respectful.
That's a lovely phrase. And when someone agrees, they might say, not at all, which means, of course, I don't mind. It's a classic polite English response.
Yes, it's one of my favorites. These small patterns, would you mind of, and not at all, are like secret keys to sounding polite and confident.
Definitely. And listeners should try repeating them out loud. Repetition builds memory and confidence. The more you say polite English, the more natural it becomes.
Exactly. Shadowing practice helps too, listening to a recording and repeating it word for word with emotion. That's one of the fastest ways to sound fluent and confident.
Yes, and you can practice with this very topic. Imagine calling your doctor. Hello, I'd like to make an appointment for next week. Then practice the possible responses.
Yes, like, I'm sorry, we're fully booked, or we have a free slot on Thursday. Learners can practice both sides of the conversation. It's a great way to prepare for real life.
That's such a good idea. And it's also fun to role play with a friend. You can switch roles. One person is the receptionist, the other is the caller. It builds confidence through practice.
Yes, and it helps improve listening skills too. You start to recognize patterns and rhythm in English conversation.
That's right. And when you listen carefully, you'll notice that native speakers often use soft fillers, like, let me see, just a moment, or hold on a second. These are polite ways to take time while thinking.
Yes, and they're very natural. Let me see if that time is available, or hold on a moment while I check the schedule. These make your English sound smooth and realistic.
Exactly. And when someone helps you find a time, it's nice to say, that's great. Thank you so much for checking. Gratitude keeps the conversation warm and professional.
Absolutely. Gratitude is a language that everyone understands. It turns a simple appointment into a pleasant experience.
Yes, and it's something we all can give freely. Thank you for your help, I appreciate your time, or even thanks a lot. These phrases show good manners and good heart.
That's so true. And learners should notice that in English, tone is everything. If you say thanks a lot in a happy tone, it's friendly. But if you say it coldly, it sounds sarcastic.
Yes, that's why practicing emotion while learning is so important. When your tone matches your words, your English feels real.
Exactly. You're not just learning vocabulary, you're learning how to connect hearts through words.
I love that, Luca. And when learners speak with warmth and respect, even strangers respond with kindness.
That's right. Making an appointment becomes not just a transaction, but a human connection. And that's the beauty of language. It builds bridges.
Exactly. Even a short phone call can show your character. Polite, patient, and positive.
Yes, and I think that's what good English teaching should be. Not just learning words, but learning values.
Beautifully said, Luca. Politeness, respect, kindness, they're part of every language, but in English, they shine through tone and choice of words.
Exactly. And when learners use those words naturally, like please, thank you, or excuse me, they show not just language skill, but emotional intelligence.
That's true. Emotional intelligence is the heart of communication, and every polite phrase you use makes the world a little kinder.
That's such a lovely message. So next time our listeners make an appointment, they can think, I'm not just practicing English, I'm practicing kindness.
I love that, Luca, because when you make others feel respected, your English becomes more than words. It becomes connection. Luca, I was thinking, making an appointment might seem simple, but it actually teaches learners so many valuable lessons about polite English, organization, and even confidence. It's like a small window into real life.
That's true, Liana. Every appointment conversation includes key skills: introducing yourself, expressing needs politely, managing time, and confirming details.
It's a perfect mix of practical language and emotional intelligence.
Exactly. Let's start with self-introduction, one of the most important parts. Example, hello, my name is Liana. I'd like to make an appointment, please. Simple, polite, and direct.
Yes, and notice the structure: greeting, name, and purpose. That's the English formula for starting a professional call or conversation. Example, good morning, my name is Luca, and I'm calling to schedule an appointment.
Perfect example. You can use it in hospitals, schools, offices, anywhere. What makes it powerful is tone, friendly but respectful. If you sound calm and kind, people will want to help you.
That's such an important point. Many learners think they must sound perfect, but what really matters is how you make the listener feel. Confidence is emotional, not just grammatical.
Yes, exactly. When you speak with warmth, even a simple, "Could I book a time, please?" feels polite and natural. And that's the kind of English that touches people.
I agree completely. And there's another part. When confirming times, be careful with prepositions. Example, at 3 p.m., not in 3 p.m. It's small, but it makes a big difference in sounding fluent.
Yes, that's a great grammar tip. We use at for specific times, at 9 a.m., at noon, and on for days. On Monday, on the 5th of May, learners often mix them up.
Right. So if you're booking an appointment, say, my appointment is on Monday at 2 p.m. Short, clear, and correct.
Exactly. And when you want to talk about future dates, don't forget to use will or be going to. I'll come in next Friday, or I'm going to meet the doctor tomorrow.
Great examples. Grammar and politeness work together. It's not about being strict, it's about sounding clear and respectful. And when you mix emotion with accuracy, your English becomes powerful.
That's so true, Luca. English is not just a subject, it's a feeling. When you sound calm and confident, even your mistakes sound charming.
That's such an important point. I always tell my students, don't hide behind fear. Just breathe, smile, and say your words with meaning. That's real fluency.
Beautiful advice. And in appointments, one small thing learners can practice is active listening. That means showing interest with short, natural reactions like, I see, right, sure, or okay.
Exactly. Active listening shows you're paying attention. If someone says, we only have Tuesday morning available, you can reply, okay, Tuesday morning works for me. It's polite and keeps the rhythm going.
Yes, it keeps the conversation flowing. Silence can sometimes make people uncomfortable, but small phrases show engagement. It's like giving a smile with your voice.
That's a lovely way to describe it. And learners should also notice how intonation changes the feeling. Example, really? Rising tone shows interest. Really? Falling tone sounds serious.
Yes, tone adds meaning even when the words are simple. You can say, that's fine, kindly or coldly. Your emotion makes the difference.
Exactly. That's why I always say learning English is not just learning words, it's learning how to sound human.
I love that, because every tone, every smile, every pause, it all communicates something. When you make an appointment politely, you're building trust.
Yes, and trust is the heart of communication. Even short phrases like thank you for calling, we appreciate your time, or we'll see you then make the experience pleasant for both sides.
That's so true. And these polite closing lines make conversations feel complete. Example, see you on Monday, or have a great day. Ending warmly is as important as starting politely.
Exactly. And I think that's a good reminder for our learners. The first and last sentences are what people remember most. Start kind, finish kind, and everything in between will sound right.
That's beautiful, Luca. It's like bookends. A kind opening and a kind closing hold the whole conversation together.
Perfect image. And here's something else. If you want to double-check an appointment politely, you can say, just to confirm, my appointment is still for Thursday at 10 a.m., right?
Yes, that phrase, just to confirm, is gentle and professional. Example, just to confirm, we're meeting at your office. It avoids confusion and shows responsibility.
Exactly. You're not doubting the other person, you're making sure everything is clear. It's the difference between sounding demanding and sounding respectful.
That's such a great point. And even if the other person repeats something, you can say, "Perfect. Thank you for confirming." It sounds polite and appreciative.
Yes, polite repetition is one of the secrets of fluent English. You're helping communication while sounding thoughtful.
That's right. And remember, politeness doesn't mean weakness. It's a strength. It shows emotional control, confidence, and respect, all in one voice.
So true. People who can stay calm and polite even in stressful situations always leave a good impression. That's the power of tone, vocabulary, and emotional balance.
I love that. And English gives us so many tools to express that calm confidence. That's okay. No problem. I understand completely. These phrases make you sound kind and professional.
Exactly. And they're great for situations where something goes wrong, like a double booking or delay. They show patience and understanding.
Yes, and that's such a valuable lesson. Sometimes things won't go perfectly, and that's okay. The real skill is how you handle it politely.
Exactly. Because politeness is not about rules. It's about creating peace in communication.
I love that thought. Every kind word you say makes the world a little easier to live in, and that's something language learners can truly bring to this world.
And that's so beautiful, Liana. Making an appointment might be simple, but it's also a chance to practice patience, politeness, and positivity, the 3 pillars of great communication.
Exactly. And if our listeners remember one thing today, it's this. Speak with kindness, confirm clearly, and listen with attention, and every appointment will feel like a success.
Perfectly said, Liana, because good English isn't just heard, it's felt. Liana, something I've noticed is that many learners feel shy when they need to make an appointment with someone they don't know well, like a doctor, manager, or even a teacher. They're afraid they might sound rude or make mistakes.
Yes, that's very common, Luca. But the truth is, most native speakers are kind and patient if you speak politely. Using soft phrases like, "Could I please?" or "Would it be possible?" instantly makes your tone friendly.
Exactly. Let's give some examples for learners to practice. Could I please make an appointment for tomorrow morning? Or would it be possible to see you this afternoon? Both are polite and natural.
Yes, and here's a tip. Always add please or thank you somewhere in the sentence. It keeps your tone kind and shows good manners. Thank you for checking your schedule.
Exactly. These small words create big respect. And if someone says the time isn't available, you can answer politely with, "That's okay," or "No problem, another time would be fine."
Yes, and that's such a beautiful way to respond. It shows that you're patient and understanding. In English, calm and friendly reactions always leave a positive impression.
Right. And when you finally confirm the time, it's good to repeat it clearly. So, that's Thursday at 3 p.m., correct? This step avoids confusion later.
Exactly. And repeating information makes you sound responsible. It also shows that you're paying attention, something people really appreciate.
Yes, and learners should remember that writing down appointment details is also helpful. You can say, "I'll write that down," or "I'll put it in my calendar."
Yes, and that's a good opportunity to learn some digital English vocabulary too, like I'll add it to my Google Calendar or I'll set a reminder.
Exactly. And when you receive confirmation, you can say, "Thank you for confirming," or "I really appreciate your help." These little sentences make your English sound smooth and polite.
Yes, they do. Gratitude is the melody of good English. Every time you say thank you sincerely, you add music to your words.
That's such a beautiful way to say it, Liana. English really is like music. Rhythm, tone, and emotion matter. You don't just speak English, you play it with your voice.
I love that, Luca. And like any music, it takes practice. The more you practice speaking kindly and clearly, the more natural it becomes.
Exactly. And here's something learners can try. Record themselves making a fake phone call to book an appointment. Then listen to the recording and notice how they sound. Confident, polite, nervous, or fast.
That's a fantastic idea. You can even write down phrases before calling in real life. I'd like to make an appointment for. What time is available? Could we move it to another day?
Yes, preparation builds confidence. And after a few tries, you'll notice that you speak more naturally, without needing to think too much.
That's true. The goal isn't to memorize, it's to feel comfortable using the language. Once you understand the pattern, every conversation becomes easier.
Exactly. And learners should also know a few phrases for when they receive appointment calls. This is Luca speaking, or how can I help you today? These are common in customer service or office work.
Yes, and if you're busy when someone calls, you can say, "Could I call you back in a few minutes?" It's polite, clear, and natural.
Perfect. Or if you want to take a message, you can say, "Could you please leave your name and number?" That's professional and respectful.
Yes, and if you're the one leaving a message, it's good to say, "Please tell them Liana called. My number is." This is how professionals communicate, simple and polite.
Exactly. And when you finish the conversation, don't forget a warm closing. "Thank you for your time," or "I look forward to seeing you." It makes a lasting impression.
I love that phrase. I look forward to seeing you. It means you're happy about a future meeting. It's polite, positive, and full of warmth.
Yes, and it's great for both formal and friendly situations. "I look forward to our meeting," or "I look forward to having coffee with you."
Yes, and that phrase brings light to your English. It makes people feel appreciated. When you look forward to something, you bring optimism to the conversation.
Beautifully said. Optimism is part of politeness. When you speak with positive energy, people feel safe and respected around you.
That's such an important lesson. English isn't only words. It's also your energy, your tone, your attitude.
Right. That's why I always tell learners, you can't always control your grammar, but you can always control your kindness. And kindness makes your English unforgettable.
That's so true, Luca. Politeness never goes out of style. Whether it's a doctor, a friend, or a teacher, being warm and respectful always works.
Absolutely. And another great tip, don't rush your words. Speak slowly and clearly, especially when giving or confirming times. That's Thursday, the 12th at 10 a.m.
Yes, and you can repeat numbers to make sure they're understood. That's 555-4789, correct? Clarity is part of politeness too.
Exactly. Clear English shows care for the listener. You're saying, "I want to make sure you understand me." That's a kind message in itself.
Yes, good communication isn't about speaking much, it's about speaking well. One polite, clear sentence is better than 10 fast, confusing ones.
Exactly. And learners can remind themselves, slow is smooth and smooth is confident. That's the best rhythm for making appointments in English.
I love that line. Slow is smooth and smooth is confident. That's such a wonderful way to end a conversation politely and calmly.
Yes, and it applies to every English situation, not just appointments. When you speak slowly and kindly, people trust you more.
That's so true. And trust is the real goal of learning English, to build connections one respectful word at a time.
Exactly, Liana. Every please, every thank you, and every I understand is a small act of kindness. That's what makes English beautiful. It's not just communication, it's connection.
Perfectly said, Luca. And for everyone listening, remember, every polite conversation you practice today becomes confidence tomorrow. Keep speaking with heart, and your English will shine naturally. Smiling warmly. Luca, as we reach the end of this wonderful discussion, I think we've shown that making an appointment isn't just about time. It's about trust, respect, and connection. Every little phrase we use carries a message about who we are.
That's so true, Liana. When we say things like, "Could we schedule a meeting?" or "Would it be possible to change the time?" we're not only communicating in English, we're showing politeness, patience, and emotional balance. It's powerful how language reflects character.
Exactly. And learners should remember, every polite word they use adds more light to their English. For example, "Thank you for your time," or "I appreciate your help." These aren't just words, they're gifts.
Beautifully said. It's amazing how kindness turns a normal appointment into a pleasant memory. Even short phrases like, I look forward to meeting you, or see you then, can leave a warm feeling that lasts.
Yes, and that's why polite English is not about sounding formal, it's about sounding human. It's the tone of your heart that people remember.
That's very true. And listeners should know, when they practice polite phrases, they also practice emotional confidence. Could I please confirm my appointment? Sounds gentle but firm. It's not weak, it's professional and clear.
Exactly. Confidence and kindness can live together. You can be polite and strong at the same time. That's the real beauty of communication.
I love that, Liana. And another skill to remember is clarity. Always be specific when setting appointments. Example, let's meet on Friday at 2 p.m. in the main office. Details make communication smooth.
Yes, and if something changes, update the other person quickly. I'm sorry, I need to change our meeting time. Would 4 p.m. work instead? This shows respect and reliability.
Exactly. And when they agree, don't forget to thank them. Thank you so much for your understanding. Gratitude is the bridge that keeps every relationship strong.
That's so true. And listeners should notice, all these polite habits make you sound not only fluent, but also professional and mature. It's the kind of English that earns respect naturally.
Exactly. You don't have to shout confidence. You can speak it quietly through calm, polite words. English is full of phrases that help you do that gracefully.
Yes, I completely understand. No problem at all. Take your time. These phrases make others feel relaxed and valued. They turn simple English into comforting English.
I love that expression, comforting English, because that's what the world needs, words that make people feel understood, not judged.
Exactly. And it all starts with small actions. Being polite when you make a call, saying thank you when someone helps, confirming politely when there's a change. These are simple habits that shape your English personality.
Yes, and the beautiful part is you can practice them every day. When you book a doctor's visit, or even when you ask your friend for a meeting, you're building real-life confidence.
Exactly. Every real conversation is a chance to grow. And the more you use kind, polite English, the more natural it becomes, like breathing.
Yes, and one day you'll notice that you don't translate in your head anymore. You just speak naturally and kindly. That's the sign of true fluency.
Exactly. True fluency isn't about speed, it's about connection. It's when people feel safe, respected, and happy when they talk to you.
So true. Let's give our listeners a few final golden phrases they can remember for life.
Great idea. Here are a few. Could I make an appointment, please? What time would be convenient for you? That time works perfectly for me. I really appreciate your help. Thank you for your patience. Just to confirm, we're meeting at 2 p.m., right?
Perfect list, Liana. And here are a few more. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Would it be possible to reschedule? That's completely fine. Thank you for letting me know. I look forward to seeing you.
Those are beautiful and useful phrases. If our listeners practice them with feeling, not just memorize, they'll sound kind, confident, and natural in any situation.
Exactly. Remember, English isn't only about grammar, it's about humanity. And every kind word you speak is a step toward better communication.
That's so true. And to all our wonderful listeners, be proud of every polite sentence you speak. You're not only learning a language, you're spreading respect and warmth through your words.
Beautifully said, Liana. And before we wrap up, I just want to say, if you enjoyed this episode, share it with someone who wants to improve their English and confidence.
Yes, your support helps this learning community grow. So please like, comment, and subscribe to stay with us on this wonderful English journey.
Thank you all for listening. Keep practicing, stay kind, and remember, your English becomes more powerful when it comes from your heart.
Beautifully said, Luca. Until next time, keep learning, keep shining, and keep speaking with love.
Hello? Fairbrook Consulting. How may I help you?
Yes, This is Julianne Horton, and I'm calling to arrange an appointment with Ms. McNeely.
Certainly. What date were you thinking of?
How's Thursday? Does she have any time available then?
Let me double check. No, unfortunately, she's booked solid on Thursday. How does next Monday work for you?
Actually, I've got something scheduled on Monday. Can she do Tuesday?
Sure. Tuesday's perfect. May I ask where you're calling from?
Sure. Merton Financial Advisors.
Oh. Actually, Tuesday's no good. Sorry about that.
Okay, so now it's a little bit more clear, and with this, we can start with putting it together.
Putting it together.
There's some great examples in this dialogue of phrases you can use when you need to schedule an appointment. And we're going to look at those today. In the dialogue, we heard Julianne ask about making an appointment, and she said this.
I'm calling to arrange an appointment with Ms. McNeely. I'm calling to arrange an appointment with Ms. McNeely.
So this is a great way to schedule an appointment, to ask for some time from somebody else.
Yeah, and we have some more examples of this phrase.
Example 1.
Please book an appointment for next week.
Example 2.
Please schedule an appointment for next week.
Great. So after that, when you're scheduling an appointment, you need to suggest a day when maybe that person has time.
Yes, let's listen to what they said in the dialogue.
How's Thursday? Does she have any time available then? How's Thursday? Does she have any time available then?
You say, well, how's Thursday or how's Tuesday? And maybe that person doesn't have time that day, so they'll say something like this.
Can she do Tuesday? Can she do Tuesday?
Okay, Erica, so if I want to have a meeting with you, I would say, how's Monday sound? Or how's Monday?
Monday's no good. I'm busy all day.
How's Tuesday?
Sorry, Tuesday's no good either.
What about Wednesday?
Okay, Wednesday works.
All right, great.
Wednesday's perfect.
Okay, it's great. So we have a meeting on Wednesday.
Okay, yeah, those are some great phrases, hey, for scheduling an appointment.
Yeah, they're really good. Okay, so now we can listen to our dialogue a third time and we're ready to understand everything that we've just talked about.
Hello, Fairbrook Consulting. How may I help you?
Yes, this is Julianne Horton, and I'm calling to arrange an appointment with Miss McNeely.
Certainly. What day were you thinking of?
How's Thursday? Does she have any time available then?
Let me double check. Unfortunately, she's booked solid on Thursday. How does next Monday work for you?
Actually, I've got something scheduled on Monday. Can she do Tuesday?
Sure, Tuesday's perfect. May I ask where you're calling from?
Sure, Merton Financial Advisors.
Oh. Actually, Tuesday's no good. Sorry about that.
The language in this dialogue is really useful, isn't it, Marco?
Yeah, it's from an everyday situation. You always have to make appointments at some point.
Yes, and like we said earlier, it's language you can use when you need to talk about work with your boss, maybe.
Right.
Or when you need to do daily things like go to the doctor. Or even when you're planning something with your friends.
Right.
Yeah, you can use this in all those situations.
In all situations.
Uh-huh.
Great. Well, we're out of time now, but I hope you enjoyed our lesson and found it useful. And if you have any questions or comments, please go to our website at 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁, where we'll be there to answer everything.
Yes, we will. So thanks for listening, guys. And until next time,
Bye.
goodbye.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
To arrange. An agreement to meet someone at a particular time.
Appointment.
Not busy. Willing to talk to someone.
Available.
Check again.
Double check.
Having no available place or time.
Booked solid.
Be okay.
Work for you.
Planned at a specific time.
Scheduled.
Not okay.
No good. Let's try that faster.
To arrange. Be okay.
Work for you.
Not okay.
No good.
Be okay.
Work for you.
To arrange. Be okay.
Work for you.
Check again.
Double check.
Be okay.
Work for you.
Check again.
Double check.
An agreement to meet someone at a particular time.
Appointment.
Check again.
Double check.
To arrange. Be okay.
Work for you.
Check again.
Double check.
Planned at a specific time.
Scheduled. Now say the word and hear it in a sentence. Appointment. Can you make an appointment for me to see the doctor? Booked solid. I can't get a hotel room. They're booked solid until after the new year. Double check. I thought that I sent that email already, but let me double check. Available. I am available at 3. Let's meet then. Work for you. I'm free at 10. Does that work for you? No good. Tuesday's no good. I have meetings all day. Appointment. Can you make an appointment for me to see the doctor? Booked solid. I can't get a hotel room. They're booked solid until after the new year. Double check. I thought that I sent that email already, but let me double check. No good. Tuesday's no good. I have meetings all day.